We gotta be quick. We gotta be quick because this is the Half-Ass Podcast half show. Half-Ass
Halfassed
Podcast
Podcast, half show, half
half show.
show.
Half
I
show.
Well, it's perfect time then for me to tell you about a theory that I came up with today while I was shitting.
A theory like evolution, how it's not real and it's stupid, and the Earth is only 600 years old.
6,000 years old.
No, it's 600. This is my theory. But you go
Oh,
with yours. Go with yours.
okay. Now, mine involves it's fun because it involves time travel and extinction level events.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think we're all going to die. The whole human race will be dead relatively soon from some sort of extinction level event.
How soon?
Well, at least before we get the chance to invent time travel.
So within the next 250 years.
Possibly, because if we're going to definitely keep exponential growth, we're going to keep developing new things, and it's going to be crazier and crazier, and more things like, oh my God, I can't believe we actually did that. We didn't think we could ever really invent that. We're going to get intelligent enough and more technological enough to invent time travel, and if we really did that, we would probably be back here fixing things by now. And because that's not happening, something must have happened to us before we get to that point.
Or time travel wasn't ever invented.
Or it doesn't really work. Or when you do go back in time, you go to an alternate timeline anyway.
I like that. Where it does get fixed, but it splits.
Yeah, you go back and it's fixed, so we don't even notice any difference because it didn't really come back here. You're going back to another point of time and then going off in that direction.
I get that. I understand that completely.
I get that, son.
Instead of, if you asked me a question and I said yes to that question, my future self could time travel back to say no. I continue on the path of yes, but my future self who said no, who traveled back to say no, continues on the path of no.
Yep.
I get that.
So maybe I'm wrong. Then that would mean that it could not happen. But it is pretty crazy how, like, lately Stephen Hawking, Ray Kurzweil, all these guys are like making a big push to try to get people developing AI to stop for a minute and work on like safeguards first.
But I want to get back to, you're not wrong. You're not wrong,
No.
because if you think about it, like I said, my yes self, right? If you said, Gary, are you going to invent time travel? And I said yes.
Yes.
Then my yes self would go forward to invent time travel and then come back and say no.
Right.
So I would always have to say yes to get time travel. So there would always have to be a reason, like the Earth is going shitty right now, and we invent time travel and we come back and fix it. The alternate universe we would create an alternate universe so where it is fixed, but we would always have a need to create a time machine. So we'd always have that shitty universe.
Yeah.
John, you are brilliant.
Only when I shit.
I understand that completely. As convoluted and as hard to understand as that is, I understand.
You got to smoke a lot to really get it, but you're getting it without even having to smoke, so that's pretty cool.
I don't smoke at all.
Yeah. I know.
Comic books. I read comic books like crazy, so that could be why.
Yeah, if you watch Doctor Who, you could probably follow that one. I don't know, but it makes sense. You can keep splitting. But I just thought maybe the reason that hasn't happened yet is because we're not around in the future. Which is also a possibility.
Yeah, no, it could be. Or we've figured out a way not to need it.
Or we could do it with quantum. Lauren, could you put water in this for me?
Yeah.
I got my intern getting me some water.
Is she? Hurry up.
You.
Tell her hurry up.
Please don't spit in it.
Why'd you whisper it though?
Because I didn't want the people on the radio to hear me on the podcast.
Yeah, you're.
They can't hear me when I whisper.
Can you?
I had to do that because I was directing my voice towards the steps, and Sophia's up there.
Oh, she's sleeping?
Yeah. Well, she probably not right now, but she's like, what the fuck is my dad down there talking about? Time travel and stuff? Thank you.
Oh.
So.
Thank you, Lauren.
Gary said thank you, too.
Assistant Lauren.
Assistant Lauren.
A personal assistant Lauren.
Personal assistant Lauren. At least I got a hot one.
Yeah, you who touches your wiener?
She's gone to HR so many times about me.
It doesn't matter, does it?
So yeah, artificial intelligence.
You're your own HR. She has to go back to you. John, HR John, I have a complaint about Show John.
Yeah.
HR, what is it?
I followed a complaint, an official one.
Show John keeps touching my breast. Which breast?
Thing I want to mention on this half show podcast is something I learned about quantum computing.
Tell us.
Okay. Right. When they first did the first quantum computer, the best they could do was 2 qubits.
No. You got to explain quantum computers. You can't just say the first quantum computer they ever made.
Yeah,
quantum. What is a quantum computer?
It makes stuff quantumly. So 2 qubits.
Don't understand it, but let's go.
Okay, Wikipedia it.
Okay.
Anyway, the unit of measurement. So you know how computers use bits and bytes.
No. Everybody listening, just stop listening. Pause it right here. Go to another page and then Wikipedia quantum, and then come back. Okay. Right. Now go.
They're back.
Yeah, they're back.
All right, cool. So they use qubits as their unit of measurement, like use bits and megabytes and all that. So they got 2 qubits was the first ones. They already are at 1,000 qubits, and this took about 5 years to do. So it's this exponential growth thing. So, but 1,000 qubits probably only has about the same amount of power as your regular laptop.
Okay.
Within the next couple years, they're going to be over 100,000 qubits. That's as much computing power, the energy, as all the mass like in the solar system.
That's crazy.
Not long after that, because it's this not even just Moore's law of exponential growth, it's even like double, triple that. Yeah. By 2020, it would be the same computing power available in the entire universe. But it can still keep going, and they think the only way it could still keep going, because the math works out for it, is it would be drawing the matter and energy from parallel universes.
What?
Yeah. And that's why the guys like Hawkins and Kurzweil, they're all kind of worried, and they think these guys developing AI should start developing safeguards first. Otherwise, this could get away from us really fast, and we really could be in like a Terminator situation.
Like the 3 laws in iRobot is what you're saying.
Yeah, they gotta work on that, because it's gonna be like the intelligence like outmaneuvers biological intelligence by like 1,000% within the next 10-15 years.
Well, I mean,
that's so cool. We live in the future. It's happening now.
Don't we deserve that, though?
Absolutely.
I mean, don't we kind of deserve, if we're going to make it?
I want to get killed by my toaster.
Well, I mean, and that goes to another question about religion and God. What if there was a God and he did that to us and we killed him? Only to make what's going to eventually kill us and be its God.
Yeah, or we're on a cycle like that. We get to the point where the computers are so powerful, we'll say, let's see if we can actually build like a world and a solar system and a universe ourselves with all these different beings that will be born and have their own thoughts and all. We can create that in a simulation, and then inside of that simulation, they're going to get smart enough to do that, and it just keeps going and going and going and going.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
So we're in a simulation, in a simulation, in a simulation, in a simulation, in a simulation.
That's kind of depressing.
It is.
Like the Matrix of the Matrix of the Matrix of the Matrix of the Matrix.
Yeah, but it would be a better movie than part 2 and 3.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have Keanu Reeves in it either.
He was pretty good in 1.
Yeah. Watched John Wick the other day. I watched John Wick. That was pretty good.
I started watching that. I didn't finish it.
That's okay. You know what? It's hard to think about that. It's hard to think about that right now because I'm still kind of doing the time travel thing in my head.
Yeah, you can get stuck on this stuff, and then you just go forever.
I want to. We got a couple minutes left, so let's do parallel universes. Right?
Okay.
Think back as quickly as possible the point where you think your personal timeline would split and there would be a parallel John. A very instance in your life that you knew it could have gone one way or the other. And what would the other John
It would be, and it's gonna be corny, but first time I met Lauren in person, my wife,
Oh,
when she
see,
came to the bar, she
that
kind
is
of came there, and I could have stayed there at the bar, and I probably would still be there right now,
just getting drunk.
working a shitty job, being in constant debt, not having the right money, being on drugs, being drunk all the time. But instead, I'm doing all right.
You chose a life of no fun, so
Yeah.
that's
So in a parallel universe, there is me partying somewhere and having a ton of fun.
yeah, or dead from alcoholism and drug
Yeah.
use.
Well, at least I had fun.
Yeah, you had fun while you were,
But now I'm having fun too, but in a healthier way.
yeah.
Sometimes it can be unhealthy too. I still sneak a little fun in there.
I still sneak a little. Do you sneak it? Just a little quiet fun.
Get a little couple drinks here and there, smoke a little pot at night.
Little smack, little punch. A little.
Yeah,
Where's my
yeah.
sandwich?
No, she would kick my ass. Where's your parallel universe?
Oh,
What's the other Gary doing?
I would say, the day my probation officer called me and asked me if I was doing drugs, and I answered truthfully. I said, yeah, I'm doing a lot of fucking drugs.
Yeah.
So if I said no and he took me in and found out I was lying, I'd probably be in jail right now.
So there's two different things that could have changed your whole life, was whether you told him the truth or not,
Yeah.
or if for some reason he didn't make it into the office that day, or just
he didn't make it in, or he didn't feel the need to call me.
Yeah, he just like, should I call Gary? Nah, I don't feel like calling him right now. That could have happened. Different life, different universe, different everything.
Yeah, and everything. But yeah, I would say my wife too. I would say my wife. Yeah.
Does that mean that we're on some kind of track that this is like something is guiding us? Is there a God?
No.
No.
No. I had that conversation today at work with a guy. He was claiming that.
Was he cute?
No. He was claiming
I
that
only talk to cute guys.
I was going to go to hell because I don't understand fate. I don't understand.
You're going to hell because you don't understand. Because God made you. His God made you.
Oh, no, not fate. Free will. I don't understand free will.
You don't understand it. So, and his God that he believes in made you that way. So he must have made you not be able to believe in it. But you're going to hell because of that.
And that's what I said. And I said, I said, well, what about all the bad in the world? He goes, well, God can't control that. I was like, if God can't control the bad, then he's not God. If God's gonna say, I'm gonna make this world and I'm gonna fill it with good people and I'm gonna fill it with bad people and I'm gonna fill it with medium people and horrible people and rapists and murderers but I'm gonna fill it with philanthropists too, and I'm gonna say, hey, all the good shit's mine, all the bad shit I didn't do. Yeah, and that's Satan. But I can't control Satan either. So even though he was mine to begin with. That's not a God. That's just some fucking shitty kid in a fucking toy box pretending.
That's a douchebag.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give kids bone cancer so that everybody could get together and prove how much they love me, and then maybe I'll help that kid.
Yeah. And I was like, it's the same story. He asked me, well, when did you stop believing? I was like, the same time I stopped believing in Santa Claus. It's the same fucking story. There's a guy who sits in a certain place judging us, telling us who's good and who's bad, what we get for it, and he has a lot of fucking people working for him. Yeah. It's no different than fucking God and his Christians, fucking Muhammad and his Muslims, Jesus and his fucking whatever the fuck Christians.
Yeah. So, and, Santa Claus and God, neither one of them have to pay taxes either.
None of them have to pay taxes. It's like, fuck, man. Like, I'm going. He's like, yeah, you're going to hell. I was like, yeah,
All right, good. I just said good at that point. Fine, fuck it. Let me go to God. I'd rather be in hell than worship that fucking maniacal, evil douchebag.
This guy, I gotta give him credit. If you were to respect somebody who believes, this would be the guy. He does it right.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't judge. He doesn't. He
told you you're going to hell.
Well, yeah. He didn't tell me I was going to hell because I didn't believe the way he believed. He told me I was going to hell because I just didn't believe.
Yeah, that's not a cool way to be. It's hard to respect that side of it.
Yeah, you kind of understand it though. I mean, It's the same on our side. On our side, it's the same as saying they're not going to go to heaven because they don't. We know there's not a heaven.
I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say that either. But we know that it's not going to happen.
I would think that maybe something happens similar to that. Maybe when you die and your conscience does something, you can make yourself believe you're in a heaven or something. Whatever.
Well, when you suffocate, your fucking vision goes white. If you hit yourself in the head really hard, your fucking vision goes white.
Mm-hmm.
If you've never hit yourself in the head really hard, I wouldn't suggest it. But
I have.
But your vision goes white, and a lot of times people say that's their fucking way into heaven too. So it's no different. But yeah, I mean, I don't understand why people believe in something so shitty, so horrible, so just malicious. I mean, God is just a malicious creation.
Narcissist.
When someone says that he created all the good but can't take credit for any of the fucking bad, he's not a god. When they say that you have free will, but God has a plan for you, that's not free will.
No.
That's predetermination, and that's the opposite of free will. When you were born, if a creature in the sky knows what you're going to be by the time you die, that's predetermination. You're born at 2, or you're born, and then at 2 you have bone cancer.
Yeah.
There's no free will in that.
Whose fault is that? Is that your fault? Your parents didn't get you baptized or something like that? Oh God.
Yeah.
I hate that
or
shit.
You're born, and at 2 you have bone cancer. There's no free will in that, and he's calling you home. He's calling you to his heaven.
Bring that he needed another angel. Or that note posted on Facebook. Please send your prayers. Please. No, I don't want to say that because I'm not 100% against prayers. I think they work if you believe in them. If you think that you're helping this person by sending positive feelings, and it works for them, and they think that, because you could probably heal yourself if you're thinking positively. Now, you have more control over your body than you realize. So if that's your way of doing it, that's your way of visualizing it.
I think it's mostly a cop-out for people. Yeah. I think it's like, hey, if I was a believer and you were hurting, and I didn't want to fucking actually do anything for you, I just say, I'm praying for you.
Oh, and
go about my way.
Well, I wouldn't say it that way. If there wasn't anything I could do for you, I would say, I would try to motivate you and say, come on, man, you could beat this thing.
That's still doing something for somebody. Yeah.
I'm feeling for you, not praying for you. Yeah, I'm giving you my positive feelings.
But to say a 2-year-old who has bone cancer is taken and is going to heaven or
God
going
needed
to
an
home,
angel.
God needed an angel. God just kidnapped your kid.
Yeah.
All right. He just kidnapped your kid, and not only kidnapped him. Would you do that in any real life situation? Would you say, you know what? Here's my kid. She's sick. Take him, stranger, and you watch over him, stranger.
No. Or before we send them to you, let them have most painful death.
I'm gonna beat him up a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna before I give you my son, John, I'm just gonna beat the shit out of him real hard and just give him to you, and you take care of him, and I'll trust that you take care of him as well as I take care of him, and I'll trust he'll be even happier with you than he would ever be
happier.
With me.
Yeah, he'll be sitting with me and happy in this magical paradise.
Surrounded by all kinds of pleasures that he's never ever known.
The only thing they got right about that is that the pain is gone because they're just not there anymore. They're the same place they were before they were born. They're just
not there.
There's even the word nothing doesn't describe that. It's just there's no existence. It's just not.
Yeah, it's just not there. It's not there. And that's what. And then I try to explain to him the concept of heaven. So. The concept of heaven is, if I was a death row rapist, murderer, and I repented, and I said, Christ is my Savior, I am sorry for everything I've done wrong.
Oh, then everything's all right.
I'm going to heaven.
Yeah.
What is my heaven going to be filled with?
Yeah, people to rape.
Yeah, people to fucking rape. Yeah. That's my heaven. If I enjoyed it in life, I'm going to go to heaven and just rape people. So my heaven is raping people, and some poor woman's hell is getting raped.
Yes.
It's just it doesn't make fucking sense. What is heaven to the spider is hell to the fly, and it is just it's incomprehensible to think that people don't realize this.
It's just weird to get to a point where it's just weird. Like you can't. I don't know. There's just not something in there preventing their brain from accepting these things, and it's not a bad thing. Maybe they're afraid that like life is sad without that, but like no, you can be happy.
Oh, you can be more than happy.
I'm perfectly happy.
When you start to realize you're not shackled to a thought or a belief.
Yeah.
Then you start to see how free you are in your other thoughts. You start to see that why do I not question this more? And this happens daily with me when I realize something and I said, why did I trust this so blindly? Why didn't I question this? This is not right. Why? Like I saw a meme of all things today that made me just snapped it all together. It was of Star Wars, right? And it showed the government, which was the Empire. It showed the police force, which were the stormtroopers, and then it showed the criminals, which were the rebels.
Mm-hmm.
And that
Skywalker, Han Solo, they're the bad guys.
Yeah, they're the bad guys. And in today's world, that's what people think. Everybody who's a criminal is a criminal, no matter how just their cause is. The police officers are always right, and the government's always right.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you got to do more research on the fact that, if this guy's a criminal, why is he a criminal? What did he do? Is it drug running? Well, that's a victimless crime. Why is he a fucking criminal?
Yeah.
Why is he a criminal for selling pot? People want to fucking smoke pot. It didn't hurt nobody.
That's what I'm about to do.
There you go. Well, you get that done.
We'll call this the half-assed, half-funny show. Where the guys get serious.
Yeah, a little serious, little.
Yeah, see, we're not just dick jokes or dick suckers.
We are funny. We are thinkers. We are. You know what? I dare say.
We're humble too. We're very humble.
We're the George Carlins. We're the George Carlins, and we're the Louis C.K. of our generation.
Yes, we're humble. Yes.
We are the Halfassed Podcast.